You should see the list of who's dead.
To that.
This is.
No, I mean.
It is 6:25,
Mhm.
and we advertised that we would do a public hearing at 6:25. So, we're gonna call this meeting to order. Oops,
Yep.
I screwed that up on you,
Yeah, a little bit, that's okay.
sorry.
No touching the computer.
Mouse. Okay. So, this is a public hearing. Take any public comment concerning a local law to allow real property owned by an enrolled member of an incorporated volunteer fire company, fire department, or incorporated volunteer ambulance service, or such enrolled member and spouse residing in the village of Canton, and shall be exempt from taxation to the extent of up to 10% of the assessed value of such property for village purposes, exclusive of special assessments. So, with that being said, I have not received any comment via email. Does anyone have any comment about this possible new law? I will say that the town passed it at their last meeting.
The exact same.
Yes.
Okay.
And the matter of fact, everything I did, the announcement and the law, pretty much was based on their law. Changed a few words. I don't know if the county's doing it. And the only other thing I will
Hi.
say. Hi,
Hi, me.
yes,
Okay, the county is, we'll know next month. They have a meeting with it to go ahead and approve it.
okay. Have you heard anything about the school district?
No, school hasn't.
Okay,
The only school district I know of right now has it in place is Messina.
okay, thank you.
Okay,
So, it will be a calculation for people that own property in the village. And the town to decide what works best for them. There are other options available, including a deduction on your income tax, state income tax, if you're a volunteer. So it'll be a math problem on what is the best deal for you. You can't have both though.
You can only choose one.
You can only choose one, the way I understand it.
And this is,
And it's about, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say that this is, subject to, approval or determination by the chief of the fire chief
Well, he will have to provide a list of the people that meet the standard
annually.
annually.
Okay, that's what I thought,
he
but
or
I couldn't
she.
find it.
And they will have to certify. And then the law also reads that if you have over a certain number of years, you know, that exemption
Then
is a little
you're,
different. If there's a line of duty death, there's an
20.
exemption. So there's, you know, it includes a lot of things. The impact was a question that somebody had brought up after the town board meeting. And the impact to the village, there's probably 10 property owners, no,
you
12
thought you
property.
said 12.
I think 12 property
That's the
owners
last one.
right now, that this could affect.
Mhm.
The number is larger in the town. When it comes to the Canton Fire Department, I think the number's like 27 or 28.
Mhm.
So again, it's a calculation. If the school
Right, they
district
have to
doesn't,
choose.
they will have to choose,
If they,
the way I
just
understand.
curious, are they forced to choose? Like if they choose to take this exemption for the village? And then
I
does the
think they have
town
to-
automatically, I mean, you have to do both.
I think you have.
You can't do, you can't sort of work the system to get the income tax break
No.
or the tax break.
You're gonna
because you
be
have
able to do
two
one or the other.
municipalities.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
And again, if all your municipalities are in, that number is bigger and
Mhm,
the 10% will mean more.
mhm,
If it's a village, town and county.
mhm.
If the school district was in,
That's your big,
that would
that's your
be your
big
big one.
number.
So. That will all depend on how that works out. So Is there anybody else online that would like to comment? Anybody else here that would like to comment?
Will we revisit this again as it's listed on the agenda?
Yes.
Or shall I just ask my questions now?
Well, we'll ask them, you do your questions when we do
Okay.
the, consider it under old business.
Sounds good.
And, yeah, wherever I put it.
Yeah, you
Old
did.
business,
Old
yep.
business.
Yes, under old business. Okay, with that being said, I will close this public hearing. And we will, move into our, regular monthly meeting. So the first item is to approve, minutes of August 20th. Need a
One,
motion?
No, I have a couple suggestions for correction.
Yeah, but
I have
I need a motion.
okay, so moved.
Second,
Second.
okay, there are a couple of corrections.
Well, one's a question, I guess.
Foul spelled Foul versus FOWL.
Yeah, yes. And
Not the
on
spell
that
check.
same issue, on page 4, Silky as the breed name of the chicken could be spelled K-I-E, S-I-L-K-I-E, or S-I-L-K-Y. However, it should be capitalized.
Okay.
And then, on page 2, from Megan's recreational rec report, we have a dollar figure that is not, doesn't match what I think the actual dollar figure is. Is that okay, or do we need to change it?
Oh, we can change.
Cause I think the real number is $573,000. Rather than $600,000.
Okay,
So it's 573,602,
okay.
$573,602.
Are there any other corrections?
Those are my
Okay.
big incendiary points.
No, that's fine.
The hair splitter pocket is here.
Feather splitter.
Yes.
Okay. All those in favor of approving the minutes?
I,
Aye.
And opposed? Okay. Department head reports. Let's see what we got here. Well, the first one that pops up is, code, Tim.
I have nothing new to add. Anybody have any questions?
No, you sent me a note that you had, given a permit for 5 state. So they're gonna start moving forward.
Yep, I sent Burke Excavation a copy of the permit and a condemnation letter that they requested.
Good.
I guess that's for Department of Labor for all that, and, the property owner paid for the demo permit with a check. You just have to pick it up and. other than
Okay.
that, we don't have a definite date, but there was an approximate date of September 28th, but it's, I guess it's up to Burke right now to fit it in their schedule.
That sounds good.
Alright.
Any other questions for Tim?
I did. I noticed, your comment about meeting, with NYSERDA. Is that like the closeout on that?
It was just kind of like, how the whole process went.
Oh,
What did we think of the pond,
mm-hmm.
The whole grant process?
Okay,
How did it go? And it was just kind of like a phone interview,
I see.
with somebody from NYSERDA, and they just wanted to know my thoughts and feelings of the whole process.
All
So
right.
that was-
Evaluation.
reverse
Yeah.
feedback.
Nice.
Us asking, why didn't you give us the money?
Okay, anything else?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, what came up next?
I have nothing to add.
I see, they finally came and took some more boxes and
Took some more boxes,
25.
yeah.
25.
can't believe you're,
Mhm.
Right. Making some real
Yeah,
progress.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy,
Mhm.
absolutely crazy. Any questions for, Megan?
No questions. I just, I mean, I was gonna comment on the boxes too. It's great to see that going, but also clearly, what going on?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we see it-
luck.
We see it
We
all
see it.
piling up and then we see it all go. So,
yeah.
And the girls got a nice taste of the public with the water.
Mhm. Yeah,
We learned how to field some phone calls. and-
yeah.
Mhm.
I did appreciate your framing of that, things we're learning,
Yeah.
right? Like it's an ongoing thing and yeah.
Well,
It's
you,
good.
you learn the
Doing good
lessons the
work.
hard way on how to respond sometimes.
Mhm.
Just
Well,
start.
and that was an evolving thing.
Yes,
It's not
yes.
like you knew upfront all those things were gonna happen.
Right.
It was
started-
started as one small
Right.
thing.
Mhm.
Right.
And since it was in front of my house, I,
Yeah.
you
uh-huh.
know,
Mhm.
they worked so hard for so long.
Mhm.
They did.
And it was really they should be commended. And again, you start with a little thing. And now you've got another thing, and now you've got another thing, so.
Mhm. Yeah.
But there's still a few more things that we're dealing with. We'll
Yeah.
get there.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
anything else for, the clerk?
Nope.
Okay, oh, the chief. How you doing, Ryan?
Good. Nothing else really to add, just wanna make note of the flyer I put in the Dropbox. We're organizing the 5K next month, in support of the Canyon Community Center. They help a lot of, community members here with food and meals for the month. So I think it's gonna be a great fundraiser, if you get out and about and support it, it'd be awesome.
And he dropped those flyers in there, so.
Yep, there should be a registration flyer in there as well.
I just wanna know if I can walk or do I
Absolutely.
have to run?
Okay. I'll be running.
Those days are over for me, so.
You bring your braces.
Yeah, right? Bring my tracking poles.
Any questions for, Ryan?
Yeah, it looked on the report that complaints that were investigated was up by 63% from last year to this year.
We've been doing
What's up
more,
with that?
more community engagement stuff, so property checks, stopping and talking to kids, that ups our stats quite a bit. Just being out in the phone, being more active than we used to be. I think that's what's contributed to most of it, to be honest.
Less incidents and more just interaction with the
The
community.
incident numbers are still roughly the same, but we've just been more active out in the public, I think.
Good deal. Then we come to rec.
Only thing to add is the DEC application for Taylor Park is now completed. The mayor has it. There's 3 full copies to go to the DEC, one goes to the Army Corps of Engineers. So it's been signed off on by the landowner, so all that's left is the mayor. Other than that, the only other thing to add, the crane company that we have been using for the ADA kayak launch is no longer doing work in
Oh,
the North Country. So they have passed it on to another crane company, which has not been easy to schedule to find work. So we're just figuring out day by day on how,
We're at the mercy of their schedule, obviously.
and amongst other things, but
Okay.
we'll figure that out at some point before the river freezes.
If anybody's
Not how
interested,
The winter is.
the copies of the, what she is submitting to DEC are here, if you'd like to look. I'd like to compliment her on the amount of effort that went into it.
absolutely.
She put a lot of work into it. I signed them this afternoon. There's no need to have a vote to sign them. It's about proceeding with, getting that back in order if they're gonna allow
Right.
and how we're gonna do it. But, there's some good data in there that I'll use tomorrow for, our meeting with the feds, so,
Yeah, that.
with FEMA.
The applications are really just kind of the first step because they read the applications, then figure out what you need, which permits you need. And I already know that I'm going to be meeting with biologists for blanding turtles, biologists for freshwater mussels, and a biologist for warm water fisheries. Because all 3 will be highly affected by what we're doing out there.
Any luck that they might be this one person?
Probably not.
No, I would say
Why
that would be
that
too easy. That would be too easy.
So, we'll see, and maybe they'll read it, and who knows? We won't know. It's up to them once they get it.
Yeah. So this is just, can we get a permit?
Right.
It's
can we
not
go-
even-
or Can we go to the next step?
Right.
We don't know.
And can we think about getting a permit?
Right, so at least,
Can-
yeah.
Got it. It's like, it is like that. Yeah, application, yeah.
Is, there any other questions for, Megan?
I was wondering if you had more information about the potential for community swim at the high school?
I have not heard any additional information from the school yet.
Okay.
I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from a community member. I just had a letter in my mailbox from somebody, a community member, thanking community swim. You can see by the last page of my report how well it was received.
It was.
Yep.
It's quite impressive on, yeah, it's a big negative that Taylor Park was closed, but it's also good that the community took the opportunity and turned it into a positive.
Mhm. And speaking of stellar numbers, Let's Play Canton, the free open play,
Pretty much doubled. our
double.
numbers.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
We had a great year.
Well, those were actually gonna be my comments, so +1 to everything Kara said, I like data, I was asking last time for this, so thank you, and, yeah, keep it up, this is, I appreciated the numbers looking at residents, right? It's
Mhm.
very clear we are serving Canton, right?
Yeah,
And,
and that's why I asked, cause
yeah,
especially, you don't wanna end up in an odd ratio,
right,
which could easily happen because we have a lot of people that come to Canton to work.
yes, exactly,
And a lot of the kids that were from out of town, that's what it is. Their parents work at St. Lawrence or they work for the county, or, and they just,
Mhm.
they make it work.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, we had a great summer program this year. Our staff did just phenomenal. There was some kids that worked for us last year that I wasn't sure how they were gonna do, and they just, they just matured in a year, and we had a great year, so.
yep,
It's
kudos all
exciting.
around.
It's really exciting. And who knows how soon there'll be a splash pad.
Soon,
Okay.
Very exciting.
to add to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Anything else for, rec? Okay, treasurer.
Cross questions.
There is another item coming up later in the agenda, so.
Right.
Um,
I'm good.
let's see. Economic development,
I don't have anything to add.
okay. Any questions for Lee?
Yeah, I asked how the phone call went, today's phone call with.
It went well. I
Okay.
did, write an email to, maybe you didn't see it. I
No, I
think you're
didn't
on the string. But it went positive. We went through the whole process for the ESD county infrastructure grant. So I'm waiting to get an email from them about the minority women-owned business compliance and service disabled veteran-owned business compliance process.
Mhm.
But I think we're in good shape. We're ready to.
Thank you.
Anything else?
I was happy to see the CARES grant closing out, and
End of the month.
that's been a lot of work for a lot of years, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of positive.
A lot of,
results.
absolutely, yep, so
Absolutely.
it's kind of nice to be able to close projects too and say, look what we did.
3 closed.
That's true.
Actually.
Yep,
And, last but not least, Casey.
The only thing I have to add is just to extend one last invitation to everybody to join Nancy LaFever and I for our fireside chat. Next Tuesday, the 23rd, from 6 to 7:30 p.m. at the Walkmeister Field Station. We'll be talking about the St. Lawrence County Fair when it was held here in Canton, and just other fairs that were held in St. Lawrence County, and the history of agricultural fairs in general. But more importantly, there will be s'mores for everybody.
I loved your, comments that you made at the book chapel.
Me too.
That was really informative. I mean,
Huh?
it was nice to know that stuff. Very much so. So thank you.
At some point, I would like to focus on that, cemetery, minor. And if they're painting some things that people found, and be nice if we could do something different with that fence, so.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just in the back of my mind, and I know you mentioned it in the past, so might like to make it a, oh, yeah, I haven't forgotten some. Thank you. Cindy,
Hi, good evening. The only one thing I would like to add is the state has notified us that the stock credit checks are coming. They said that they were mailing them anytime after September 3rd, and we're getting phone calls in my office. Where's my check? They promised, they said they will definitely be here before September 30th, when you guys have to pay the school tax bill. So that's all I could tell you. We're on the phone with them today, and they're coming. So that's all I could tell about that. Anybody have any questions about my report? Or any? No.
Well, I love that, though it's microscopic print, I thought the pamphlet about estimating the market value of your home particularly useful
Yeah.
for my own information.
Okay.
Is that on the website? Is that?
It's on my website page.
Because then
It's
it
the
could be
public
zoomed in.
information pamphlets, and you could click on it there. So if you want to see it maybe a little bit bigger, then I know I
Yeah.
printed out. I was trying to get it on the 2 pages. The reason why I put that in was because it's getting a lot of phone calls because they got their school tax bill, and
Mhm.
they're getting confused with the market value and the assessed value. They just wanted to explain what that was, and that number is just, it's just a pocket where they do the analysis. The state does the analysis and comes up with our equalization rate. So it's just an estimated number. Don't, go by that number, that's what the new assessment's gonna be. We have no way of knowing until, that's the reason for the reval, to look at every property and to compare them to the sales, that's subject to the sale. So that's the reason. So don't go by that number. Don't get, they're not paying taxes on that number. You're paying taxes on the assessed value right now. So that's why I put that in. I'm trying to get as much information out here as I can. If you guys have any suggestions for anything, I'm open to, what you want me to tell the public. I'm trying to keep the flow going. We're working, God's working. They're doing the land valuation right now, and I'm working, with getting out the exemption processing. The next step we're going to be mailing this week is the agricultural exemptions, because I want to get those back, because those are the ones that are important because when we go to value the agricultural exemptions, we need to have all the figures in there will get recalculated. So if the home goes up, we need to know what that figure is so we can recalculate the exemption. The improvements, the homes, the land, so all that will have to be done. It's about 125 ag exemptions right now in place. So we're going to be sending that out this week. And and then the next one will be the nonprofit, and that's basically them just sending back the renewals, signing them and dating them and sending it back to us, and we'll have that in place. But the most important ones will be the ag exemptions, and then the next one's going out will be the aged exemptions. And like I said before, the state has taken over the enhanced star. The people who are getting the basic exemptions who are going on to the enhanced star, they have removed the forms off the website, so they have to apply through the state. So at this point in time, they pretty much took over the basic star recipients and the enhanced star. So that's it. A lot of work. So I got a new assistant. Her name's Lorraine Salmont. Anybody want to come up and meet her? she's there Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and we're working out really well, and it's been really good. It's been really good. So that's
Sounds
it.
good.
That's it.
Anything else for Cindy? Okay, Tom's here from, the
Hey, hello.
Dreamers. Anything you wanted to say, or?
The craft food and wine open air market is this Saturday at the Powered Equipment Museum in Madrid. There's over 80 vendors signed up for it
Oh,
this
yeah,
year.
good.
It's from 10 a.m. to 4. Working on Phantoms in the Park,
Okay,
which is coming up on October 25. There's Flannel Fest again is coming up this year, but we haven't, we kind of had a problem with the date, so that's still out there. And I've been watching people work very hard on the new visitor's guide, which looks like it's going to be really good. That won't be coming out till next year, but got to work on it.
well, thanks for coming
Yeah.
tonight.
I'm working on developing a monthly Canton business newsletter.
Oh,
And so
okay,
I want to be attending meetings and, keep me in the loop of
okay,
what's going on.
Sounds good.
sounds
That'll
good,
be-
appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm hoping to have this first one next Wednesday. So
Oh,
like the third
cool.
Wednesday, so I can get both meetings in.
Okay. Well, I've been told that I'm probably gonna be going to Madrid.
Okay, yeah.
But
Put on your agenda, you've been
but
assigned.
I have to be in the village here at 10 o'clock too, so. For
No,
that
you have till 4.
dedication.
Yeah, there's time.
So, probably be doing things like that, so.
I'll see you
Okay.
there. Don't worry. I think I'm parking cars.
Oh, okay. Okay. Committee reports. What do we have?
Well, communications and technology did not meet. So, economic development, we covered most of it. We talked about a lot of different things, but not. Maybe the thing I'd take away was, having EDSC be kind of like a subcommittee for planning the park. Looking to get a representative from the church on that, and that's all I would report out on that.
Okay,
Golf,
winding up.
it's happening. Yeah, it's not raining, unfortunately, but a lot of irrigation going on and a lot of maintenance of the irrigation equipment. But, yeah,
Okay,
seems to be doing okay. The exact opposite kind of summer as last year. No rain dates.
yep.
Oh, Sustainability Committee.
Oh, I
Is working on next steps for winterizing and the 64 Main Street lot. And finishing up things like the wood chips. What else did we talk about at the meeting?
Well, we're,
Fun.
I'm thinking for me.
That's okay if you don't remember.
mean.
We can keep it
Live
short.
large, right?
We can keep it short.
Okay. And I don't think there is anything else to report out on at this time on that.
I would agree with that.
Okay,
Infrastructure, we just got stuff on the agenda. Now, finance met,
yep.
supporting our treasurer, stuff on the agenda. That's it for me, believe it or not.
8 o'clock is coming.
Wow.
I know what the deal is. There's a deal.
Motivation is important.
Yes.
Well, Complete Streets Task Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're at it again.
Well, we got away with that one.
Yeah.
Complete Streets Task Force. The big news is that the Canton Trail wayfinding sign project is delayed. That was funded, of course, by the Canton Community Fund. The signs production and installation itself will be delayed until spring 2026. We've contacted the Canton Community Fund about that already. Just because there's some different digital aspects of the project that we want to work out before we stick some signs on posts. And have people wonder. Green stripes, the discussion around green stripes on Minor Street Road, which is really the town, of course, but that has been nixed. We're not, no green stripes. The shoulders just simply are not wide enough to sustain that kind of air of being a bike path or anything like that. We have connected with the St. Lawrence County Trails.com. Community Geographics is the company behind that. Doing the graphics and so on, trying to figure out how to best represent the Canton Trail in its digital form. So Anna has hooked us up with Tiff Amo, who then sent us over to the community graphics representative, Hope Rowan. And we'll be continuing our discussions with the St. Lawrence County Trails.com people to make sure that we get all of the information that we think is appropriate for Canton Trail on to their site, which is then connected to our site, our under Parks and Recreation. No green stripes. And there has been a few questions from the community and comments, mostly positive, about the fog line and center line stripes on the newly paved section of Minor Street. And the question that has popped up is, will there be center line and fog line striping added to Lincoln to facilitate travel, bike, pedestrian travel to hopefully what will eventually be the new splash pad and Buck Street improved playground, the improved Buck Street playground. Yeah. Okay.
For the future.
Yeah. That was everything. That was pretty much everything. Oh, no, that's not true. We had a guest from, who's written a couple of letters to the Watertown Daily Times about the Main Street walkability issue. And we discussed how or what the process is for trying to make change and within the village, and came up with some interesting ideas about how to sort of celebrate Main Street businesses with an eye on pedestrian and cycling access. And part of the discussion was perhaps exploring the idea of using the backside of those Main Street businesses to separate pedestrian and bicycle traffic from the stuff that's going on Main Street, because Main Street will never be a car-free space. At least that's what we've all resigned ourselves to thinking at this point. So that is for future exploration. And the committee is very, or the task force is very interested in making, strategic connections with other committees like infrastructure and sustainability. So we'll be visiting, I think, with other cross-pollinate with other committees as much as we can. That's it. That is it.
Okay, anything else out there? Very good. Communications and information, I sent out the flyer about the dedication for the police department memorial, so that's gonna happen. I do know that, and I should send it to you, St. Lawrence sent out a nice thank you to everybody about how the whole process for the water break went, and cooperation, and, the amount of effort that our DPW and our water sewer people put in to get them back on track, so they were very pleased with, how we communicated, how we handled it, it went well from that perspective. We certainly didn't expect to be shutting down water the way we had to, but that happens. They always try to work on these things when they keep the water on, but it just wasn't possible this time. So, but she did send, the president sent a nice email out to the their community, so.
That's nice. Was the letter shared with the DPW?
I normally with Tim being on vacation, it didn't
Yeah.
quite, not gonna get there quite yet, but it will.
Definitely. not
That was
related
my,
to
that was my
right.
intention.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
I mean, Scott Dean and the water guy came and tested the water at 9:30 at my house.
Well, you were on our list.
Well, I'm right there, why
Yeah.
not? And
Yeah.
Scott, I know Scott. so
Yep.
He called me.
Oh, yeah, you were.
Come on down.
They come and get the second one there the next day?
Yep, in the next morning, yeah,
Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah, that was decided on early on.
Well, that's right, it's right there. I mean, no, I mean,
Connections.
well, and it also,
made
how many
sense.
people are you calling at 9:30?
It made sense. so.
Right.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
made a lot more sense.
And in the end, there was no problem with the water.
Great.
It was
Mhm.
trying to make sure we're doing the right thing, and we're required to require the boil water, so.
Well,
At any rate,
I know that, those sort of things alarm folks, so
well,
grateful to the community for being patient and understanding that,
I'm guessing our,
or not,
our
but.
office staff have an
yeah,
interesting
they
perspective.
had some time.
Mhm.
We also heard some nice comments, though, I guess is what I'm trying
Oh,
to
I'm not.
say, that, yeah.
Right, there's always somebody who,
Yeah.
Mhm.
the glass is half full.
More to follow.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, that being said, we'll move on to old business. The water and sewer project, you have the updates on that. I'm not sure if I can add anything more to that. Other than what you've seen.
Looks like we're still on track in the
Yep,
ways that we thought we would be, so.
I know we get bills every once in a while. For the work that they're doing, so. So I think we're going still in the right direction. Talking to Tim about it, he's happy with where we're at, so.
We're able to draw down from EFC, that's all going smoothly and everything. Yeah, great.
I'm sure Meg would tell us if things.
I'm
aren't
sure,
right.
I hope so, that's her job, she's supposed to wave the red flag.
So, that's all I have to add to that.
Great.
The next item is to, discuss and take action on a tax break for volunteer fire and rescue property owners. I have sent out to you a draft. That draft has been reviewed by Scott and he's good with it. There's a specific, section in our code where that will go. And there's a little bit of, detail in how that will look, but that is the wording. And there's a section, I think it's 289 in our code that deals with, taxation. There will be a separate, article for that. And, once that hits the state, then that'll be in effect. This is basically what was done by the town. And then was also approved by our attorney. Carrie, you had a question?
Yeah, I see that a lot of it uses the word real property tax exemption. Where does it say that one can use this as a state tax credit? It does not.
No, you don't.
You can't.
The tax credit for the state is on your income tax.
It's on your income tax. Okay.
So if you do your state income tax, there's a section on there for volunteers.
Okay.
And you get your deduction there.
Okay.
It's a couple $100 deduction. Some have said it ought
So
to.
that's already a structure that already exists. We don't need to approve that in this.
We have
particular
nothing to do with that.
That's a state.
That's a state thing. It's been in effect.
So you can choose this or that.
And so
Got it.
Right.
how would one know?
I don't know.
Okay,
I think what you're gonna say, how do you know if they aren't taking both?
right,
I couldn't even begin to tell you.
I couldn't
And
either.
Cindy may be able to shed some light on that. I don't know. But, I just know you can't take both.
Okay,
I suppose if you get caught,
don't wanna be in,
Right, we have no way of knowing.
right, on the real property end. I just wondered what the
Right.
mechanism.
The
Okay.
better is taking the exemption, I'll tell you that much. So, it's this new exemption's not capped, where the old exemption was capped up to $3,000. So,
right, now that's another exemption that was in existence, but that's going away.
right, that'll be gone December 9th or 10th. That's why
Right.
we're voting to take this new one in place. Right,
Okay.
And then the deduction on your income taxes was something different.
Right.
correct.
Under section F in eligibility, it says the applicant resides in the village of Canton, that's fine. Incorporated volunteer fire company or fire department incorporated volunteer ambulance service that provides services within the village. So could there be a situation where somebody lives in the village, but say is part of the Rensselaer Falls Rescue Squad? There's such a thing? I think there's such a thing. There's
There
not such a
wouldn't-
thing?
No,
Okay.
and most of. You have to live in the village and own property in the village, and be a
Right.
member of a volunteer organization.
within the
You,
village?
within the village.
Okay,
You could probably belong to, another fire department and live in the village, it'd still be eligible.
okay,
When it comes to several rescue squads now, many people are paid. If you're a
okay,
paid member, you're not allowed. You have
Right.
to be a volunteer.
all right. And then it also talks about primary residence.
Yep.
Is there such a thing as a secondary primary residence where somebody might live in Florida for part of the year and?
It's primary residence. This is either your primary or Florida's your primary. You have to declare.
All right. Like you own it as a vacation home here. That would not count as primary
No.
residence at all. No
Correct.
such- Okay. Sounds good.
The other thing
Oh, I
is
wonder.
that we're not talking many structures, many properties.
That's fine. All right, thanks. Those are my questions.
Okay? Any other questions on this?
No questions, I'd offer a motion.
I'll take the motion.
With this as drafted with the fact that it will, contain an article stating where in the code it goes.
Yeah, the attorney and I, we already know where it's gonna go. There'll be an article established in the proper section.
Yep.
And that'll be properly formatted, so it goes to our code, 360, I think it is, or
E-code 360.
E-code 360. That's where we keep ours. I think the town is looking to go that way,
I think
but,
so too.
what we like about it's online. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy, so.
Very
There
handy.
may be just a little bit of tweaking to, how it's formatted.
Right.
None of the language will change.
Yeah, perfect.
I'll second the motion that Anna
Okay.
made.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Perfect. Update on Midtown Plaza project. I think, we're moving in the right direction. We've talked, with the developers on several occasions. Lee, we talked to them within the last month, right? Trying to think,
It was like a few weeks, was it 2 weeks ago? Last week?
yeah,
I don't know.
so we're staying up to date. We're working to hit certain, deadlines. But I think we're in pretty good shape now. We've got seeker done. We've got, all the, pilots done. So there's something he specifically said was next.
They need to do the public hearing for the pilot and the IDA has to meet and
Oh, okay.
approve it
Yeah.
to finalize that.
Yeah.
We're just talking about next steps for demolition. The NEPA is under.
The NEPA is the big thing before we can move forward with demolition. And we're also looking at whether we can do demolition sooner than later.
Mhm.
Anna, you have anything to add to any of that?
Oh, I found the notes, but I think that pretty much covers it, right? Just discussion about the demolition.
And I think that's a big piece that we wanted, the
Mhm.
sooner we get all that down, I think.
Yeah.
Well, it helps to have it look like some progress too.
Yep,
Right,
but progress is happening.
Right, we know that.
absolutely.
but- Okay, good.
Okay, anything else? Very good. We'll move on to new business. First item is to authorize payment of vouchers and transfer funds.
So moved.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Very good. Next item is a board approval to close our ARPA bank account.
So moved.
We have managed to close that out, spent all the money.
That's the important part.
We have to keep reporting. How long is that gonna go on for?
26.
Through 26. Okay,
I think you're reporting, so I believe, might just have one more.
okay.
Second. Do it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The next item is a resolution endorsing an application to Northern Border Regional Commission.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any further discussion?
Let's
Cross your.
hope
fingers.
they like like this one.
Okay,
Come on.
Yeah. Let's fund some of the water projects here.
okay. Well, did, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The next item, is a seeker for the demolition 15 Govan Road. Part one has been filed, you should have had it,
Mhm.
copy of it. Part two has to be done, and it's much shorter than what we did.
Hallelujah.
And this is specifically for demolition and demolition only. They would like to get that site cleaned up for, this year. So we're gonna move forward and get the seeker done for that purpose. So with that being said, we're gonna do, the short environmental assessment form, part two. And there are 10 questions that need to be answered. And we'll go down through them one at a time. Will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adopted land use plan or zoning regulations? The answers are no or small impact, or moderate to large impact.
No.
Okay. Will the proposed action result in a change in the use or intensity of use of land? I would say that impact would be small.
Yeah. I would
And
agree with
keeping
that.
in
I mean,
mind,
he's building a building on the same.
right, but we're talking about demolition now.
Oh, demolition,
And,
right.
and the site plan
Okay,
isn't
yeah.
complete, so, the decisions about what's gonna be
The
said
next
there.
step of
Right.
this might be different. Got it.
Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community?
No,
No.
make it better.
Sorry, so are you saying that this is, we're gonna do this again for the new building?
For the entire site plan, yes.
Okay,
And it'll
this is
probably
strictly
be
demolition.
similar to what we did last time.
okay, all right,
Okay.
well, that is helpful, because I had other questions.
Well,
Good,
what we're
okay.
doing.
I missed the,
we're
like, this
doing
is
it
only about
specifically
demolition.
for the demolition piece.
So we can do the restore. Great. Got it.
And,
Okay.
and that will include a coordinated.
Yes,
and all sorts
The
of
whole
stuff.
thing.
The whole thing. Got it.
Go ahead. Lee?
Just, yeah, the site plan isn't completed yet. They're
Right.
not to the site plan review stage. This is sort of phase one.
Yeah.
So in reading over ESD, they recommend doing, if your project is phased, doing them in phases anyway, particularly if the site plan isn't done yet, so.
All right.
So that's why
We're
We
covering
know
bases.
the demo plan is.
Yep.
One,
Got it.
construction is.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, will the proposed action have an impact on the environmental characteristics that cause the The establishment of a critical environmental area, CEA.
No.
No,
Will the proposed action result in an adverse change in the existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking or walkway? No.
Mm.
Will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and it fails to incorporate reasonable available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities? Not for what we're talking about now.
Mm-mm.
Will the proposed action impact existing public/private water supplies? No. And or public-private wastewater treatment utilities? No. Will proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources?
Mm-mm.
Boy, I think it'd make it look
I was
better.
gonna say, I think it's
it,
gonna.
it has none of those qualities.
Will the proposed action result in an adverse change to natural resources? For example, wetlands, water bodies, groundwater, air quality, flora or fauna? No.
Mhm.
Will the proposed action result in an increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problems? No or small?
Or small, maybe, I mean.
And 11, will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or harm or human health?
No.
And I don't see where that does either. So,
All right,
um,
check.
check this box if you determine based on the information and analysis above and any supporting documentation that the proposed action may result in one or more potentially large or significant adverse impacts. An environmental impact statement is required. Or check this box if you determine based on the information and analysis above and any supporting documentation that the proposed action will not result in any significant adverse environmental impacts.
Box 2.
Winner, chicken dinner.
So, take a motion to check box 2.
So moved.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. There will be more of this coming. You know, it's just what it is.
It's all good.
Yep, moving in the right direction.
Okay, I did forget to tell you there's an addition to the agenda, but we'll get to it. Next item is to discuss and take action on final design for stormwater project. We've been working hard on getting that, to a point where we can, move forward. There's been discussion on this with the county about that grant. I think you had a question about if we needed an agreement with the county.
Well, right, did that come up today, if we need to be a subrecipient? Okay, I mean, I don't think it matters for the purposes of the final design. Right, and for the contract, we agreed. Right, we agreed to the grant, it's a match of 225. I'm remembering 225 or 275. The final design cannot be more than 20%. We're coming in under that. It did look from the email exchange like the MWBE and other requirements might lead to them needing to get some additional quotes. That's kind of what I took away from that exchange. So I don't know if the number that we have for the contract is actually gonna be the final number. Kind of what I'm wondering right now. But I would say this, we need to move forward. We need to move forward. This is the next step. We had agreed that we would spend the money.
Mhm.
So even if, we have to do some other things, I think, in order to get the grant lined up and or, 'cause they get I guess what I'd like to suggest is that we approve this contract and then make any changes after if that is what is necessary. Cause I'd really like, I'd like this to move forward and to get moving. I just am not sure if the contract number is gonna stay the same.
And that's because,
Because out of the conversation that you had with ESD, it sounds like they might need to go back to their subcontractors for some additional quotes. That's how I understood the exchange, but that all
and
happened
that's,
very
that's
late. so-
subcontractors to Barton LaJudas.
Correct.
Okay.
So I'm wondering how that might affect the bottom line in terms of the 187 for final design.
Okay, well,
I would prefer not to put it off another month. I
Mhm.
mean, if the board would be comfortable saying, yes, we'd approve this contract and we'll come back to you next month if we need to add, revisit it, I guess. I don't, if that's allowable.
well. What was the indication that they thought they were gonna be okay or not? How did they? With the WNB piece?
Do you want me to respond? When I followed up after my conversation with ESD, and said what the goals were for the MWBE and SDVOB.
Yeah.
Which are 30% and 6%. The estimate that they had given us was with a surveyor already in mind.
Right.
So they had a set price, and they, after seeing my email, felt like they, in the interest of the goals for MWBE, should go back and get estimates from some minority and women-owned firms as well. So those goals are for the entirety of the project, so there's
Right.
potential for fulfilling those in the bidding process for construction as
Right,
well.
okay.
So,
I'm not too worried.
Right.
It's more a process thing
It's
than an
more a
actual.
process thing, but I
We
guess
think
it's
there's gonna be a
also-
different number.
and part of it is
Well-
ultimately, you choose. They can choose whom they want to,
Right.
but if we are in a place where we need to request a waiver because we're not hitting those goals, we need to show a process that we've given a good faith effort to make those
Right.
opportunities available.
And that's
And
happened
a
before.
justifiable reason why we're not able to fill.
Yep,
those
that's
goals.
happened.
Right.
That's
So
not, this
it is
isn't
really a
anything.
process.
Yeah, it's a
And
process
making
thing,
sure
so
we're.
I'm
Okay,
comfortable.
this
with
isn't
that.
anything new.
No,
Okay,
Good.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Let's
Do you need,
do
a-
it.
do you need a motion?
yes,
So moved.
Second.
But-
Oops, sorry.
No, go
all in
ahead.
favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Thank you.
Okay, we need to approve part-time recreation employees, John Moore and Troy Parla.
Is there a third person?
It's just a returner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Those are the new ones.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The one thing I had to add, was item G. And that was in the packet. Tim would like to get a truck ordered, plow truck ordered. Could be up to 24 months before it shows up. There's a possibility that the truck itself will be delivered to the upfitter sometime in January. But then it's another 18 months or longer for them to upfit it. There's a possibility of some savings if we paid for the truck ahead of time. But I don't think that, we haven't budgeted to pay for the truck in this budget year.
Right.
So, I can support getting this thing ordered. I'm not so sure that I can support paying for it when it shows up. And the $5,000 savings is really not very much in the general scheme of things.
No.
I would like to be able to plan for the expense
Yes.
unless Meg finds that kind of money laying around.
Under the cabinet or something.
Unused.
We all will have suggestions.
What if those, you know, 25 more boxes, you never know what you're gonna find.
Yeah, exactly.
If you find a lot of cash, there's other things that need to be done too, so.
Yeah.
And we cut several things out of the budgets.
Now then,
But that would be what I think ought to happen.
So you want a motion to order it?
Yes,
but that we're not necessarily going to plan to pay for it in January. Yeah,
it's
we're on the
just
same
takes
page.
so
I
long.
don't think $5,000 is enough for us to.
Try to,
Right.
I mean, it's out of our budget. cycle.
No,
We shouldn't
exactly.
be doing that.
It's out of
I
our
agree.
budget
At
cycle.
that scale.
And it's-
Absolutely. You know, if it was a
Okay.
couple $1,000s,
Be one
we
thing.
might be able to find something. But, you know, right now, our
Yep.
budget was tight.
Yep.
And I don't see that as an expense that we need to,
But we
incur.
can order it.
But we can order. it.
Yeah.
So I
I
think
don't
that
see any
that's,
reason not. to.
I think we should order it.
So I'm gonna move that
okay,
we
Second.
order it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. And final design for stormwater is on. Okay. The only thing left is public comment. And it's looking at the clock.
There isn't one.
Going once, going twice. I do need a motion during executive session for a brief moment.
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
Aye.
Aye.
anyone opposed? Okay.
Okay,
We won't be long, I
okay,
promise you.
all right,
Just, it'll be real quick.
that's fine.